On today's Toy Spot, we're going to be looking at the DC Universe Wave 13 Trigon Wave, and today we're going to be looking at the Modern Blue Beetle. I think along with Superboy and Donna Troy, the Blue Beetle was a figure I was looking to get most of the DC Universe. Just those three figures I really had an inkling to get. It's funny that the button that he includes, though, has the classic Blue Beetle on it, and not so much the modern. Standard packaging, not going to talk too much about it. Nothing really that I haven't already said. I don't know what else I could really say, but it is nice looking packaging. Definitely nice looking packaging. I hope, though, they mix it up a bit from wave to wave. On the back of the packaging, the other figures in this wave, we've got Negative Man, Superboy, we've got Cyclotron, Blue Beetle, Cheetah, Blue Devil, and Donna Troy. Collect all 7, build yourself a Trigon. And the biography: when the Rock of Eternity exploded, the alien scarab encased within it fell to Texas and bonded to Jamie Ray's spine, making him the 3rd Blue Beetle. Jamie found that with a mere thought, he could use it to generate armor, tools, and weaponry. He also learned the scarab was an advanced agent for an expansionist alien species that had bonded with Jamie. Together they beat back the alien attacks, and Jamie's heroic efforts earned him a spot in the Teen Titans. Statistics: Infinite Crisis number 5, 2006. Real name: Jamie Reyes. Occupation: high school student, adventurer. Base of operations: El Paso, Texas. Special abilities: alien armor provides flight, enhanced strength, and can generate multiple forms of weaponry. The Blue Beetle, there you go. So that's packaging. What we'll do is we'll get the package opened up, and we will have a look at the modern Blue Beetle. So stay tuned, guys. And just give you guys another look at the button here. Again, I'm surprised that they didn't include a picture of a modern Blue Beetle, but a picture of Blue Beetle and whatnot. DC Universe. The Collect and Connect piece, here we go. Collect and Connect piece. The last 2 pieces, this is one of them. He comes with the leg of Trigon. So what we'll do is we'll bring in, he seems to be getting quite large, isn't he? And as I thought, he seems to have quite long legs. So we'll just snap that into place. Sometimes I find the legs, you have to be careful because the legs don't always go in right away. You kind of have to just double check it, but the leg is in there, and lo and behold, we are one part shy of Trigon. He's looking good, though. He's definitely looking good. We'll put him aside, and let's have a look now at Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle doesn't disappoint. He is a nice looking figure. I don't know what it is. It just seems to me when you make a figure and you got this nice metallic blue or this nice vibrant blue and you put it with a black, it just seems magic happens, because I feel the same way with this figure that I felt with the Ares figure, if anyone remembers when I did a review of him. He's a nice detailed looking figure. Maybe it is. Maybe it's just blue and black. As soon as you get blue and black together, I don't know, I'm just a fan of it. I really, really like it. The strange thing about Blue Beetle is that he has what seems to be very different articulation. Like, for example, the fact his hands can bend, which is not something that I remember seeing much in DC Universe figures. Just the way his details are, it just seems... Well, for one thing, he's got a much more slender body than some of the other DC Universe figures too, which is a plus, because I don't think a figure or a character such as this would have done well with a standard DC Universe body. So it looks to me like a 100% new sculpt, especially with the fact that they've got all the ridges in his armor and stuff like that. You probably couldn't have reused the armor anyways, or the mold, but a really decent figure. Just give you guys a shot at the face here. I think if one thing could be fixed, I think the face just seems a slight bit off. It's not as good as maybe it could have been, but still, it's a decent figure. It is definitely still a decent figure. He does come with a couple of accessories. He comes with I guess a gauntlet, kind of a blade of sorts. And they've done it in such a way that it looks like it's a continuous piece from the shoulder out, which I kind of like. Also in the back, you'll see that he's got 3 holes. Those 3 holes match up to, there they are, there's 3 pegs on a set of wings. And you can just peg the wings into place. They've done it in such a way, though, that you can still take them off. So if you're not necessarily a fan of the wings, from time to time you can take them off and it looks just as good. The wings are a solid, I was almost expecting it to be a flimsier plastic, but it is a really substantially hard plastic, which is nice, but it's still translucent, which I think is cool too. Unfortunately, I guess being that he is a smaller frame, he's a little loose in some of the areas. This makes me think I should have just kept my mouth shut. Remember, I commented that the quality control is very good, and I had tight joints on what seemed all the figures. And sure enough, as soon as I say that, I've got a bit of a loose knee on poor Blue Beetle here. But he's still a great figure. I don't know if I will display him with the wings, though. I might almost leave the wings off. I don't know. Because I kind of like the way he looks without the wings, and probably even without the gauntlet. Kind of just like him looking like that, especially if you don't have a lot of space to have him with his wings. I don't know, but you have the luxury either or, which is good. In the way of his articulation, he has a ball jointed head. You can move it up pretty good. Moving it down, it's a little harder, but you still get the full movement out of it. By the way, also his, I don't know what you want to call them, talons or whatever they are on the top here. They are a softer plastic, which is nice. Very unlikely that they'll break off. It looks like one just solid rubbery piece of plastic they've put on there. He has the ball jointed shoulders. You can rotate the bicep. You can bend the elbow. Oh, you can actually bend the elbow in 2 places. That was the other point of articulation I was looking at earlier. Something, again, you don't usually see on most DC Universe figures. You can rotate the arms, or rotate the hands. You can also bend the hands back and forth, which is cool. Although, I don't know if really you would do much with the hand out like that. I don't know. You can bend the mid-torso. You can rotate the waist. You can bend the leg out, back and forth. You can rotate the thigh, which is a bit stiff here. Bend the knee at 2 points. There's the other one there. And you can also bend the foot. I mean, looking at the figure, the way the articulation is set up, you would almost think it to be a Marvel Legends figure. It's almost interesting. I'm surprised. I'm curious to know why they put so much articulation in the elbows and the knees. When certainly, if we look at the other DC Universe figures, they don't tend to put that extra little bit in. I like that. I think that's neat, and it makes them quite unique from other figures as well. The Blue Beetle, despite the fact that the face could have been a little bit better, I still like the figure quite a bit, and the paint scheme and sculpt are fantastic on this guy. This figure I'm going to give a 7.5 to, and with that we've got one more figure. Well, actually, we have 3 more figures, but we have one more figure that we need in order to get the piece, the final piece for Trigon. And that figure is coming up next. In the meantime, we'll wrap this up here. Today's Toy Spot, we were looking at the DC Universe Wave 13, looking at the Modern Blue Beetle. I'll see you guys next time. Later!